Okay, we should be live now. Let me just pull up the stream on my own phone to confirm that. Okay, yes, we are live. And I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to trickle in before we start going places, doing things. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Let's go ahead and get our campaign set up. We're going to be playing as Kingdom of France, King's Household. We're going to be trying to do better than yesterday when we had a dismal attempt playing the Light Corps. So, King's Household today, really focused on cavalry. We're going to get a big melee damage reduction. It's going to be a little bit more expensive to recruit non-cavalry. And we're going to go Marshal again. We'll do Iron Man. We're going to turn off historical enemies, and then we're going to go. France. King's Household. Louis 15th. And so something I thought would be fun for this live stream is, since we had a very poor showing in the previous one, what if we had Louis XV himself having to take command of the army and go out and campaign after the failure of the Light Corps? I thought that would be interesting. And ooh, I do like having the 5th Royal Artillery. Camp Powdermaster. I'm gonna reroll. Ideally, I could get cavalry focus. Nah, that's tempting. To really play into the cavalry. Gosh, I hate fighting the Austrians though. I think I'm not going to take cavalry focus. I think the doctrines that I'm really looking for are there's a melee doctrine, and there is a... Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. Let's actually go for Elan. We'll be fighting the Austrians and the Holy Roman Empire, and we'll get the Royal Scots Fusiliers. Yeah, let's go with this one. We'll have to siege 3 forts, which kind of stinks. But visiting 7 settlements, that's not too difficult. So let's go ahead and play this. Occupy Swabia. Okay. And then we're going to have... we're going to have Louis XV at the head of our army. Let's see if I can find a setup that kind of looks like him. He's going to give extra charge bonus, extra melee and charge. Let's... Oh man, this is showing you that I hardly ever customize... Here we go. I hardly ever customize these guys. Let's see if we can give them some long hair. That is probably the closest I can get. And then... He's got like a round face, so maybe not that chin. Yeah, 4 might be the go, or 5 if we want him to be a little bit more trim. Or 6. I like 6. We'll go with 6. And then the uniform... Something that says king. Maybe we'll do this because it's got the gold on it. Uniform 1. Yeah, let's do Uniform 1. And let's get our guys assigned. We're gonna give them the cavalry, or the horses I should say, and then all the melee reduction items are gonna go on to... Oops, I got them switched actually. Melee reduction is going on to you. And then we're gonna put our horse on him, and we'll give him the extra morale and melee damage, and we'll also give them the medicinal herbs, I guess. We'll see how many casualties the Swiss Fusiliers take. If they take a lot of casualties, then we'll switch the medicinal herbs to them. Let's come visit the supply cache, and we're gonna need the manpower, so let's go with that. And let's get into battle. Now, ideally, I would change his name, but I don't know that I can do that because I'd rather him be King Louis rather than like this officer. But that's okay. What we are going to have to do is, man, that's a lot of cavalry, but they're pretty weak. So let's go ahead and let's get our Fusiliers into a good defensive position. We'll keep the cavalry back for now. I might use our general to... try to get the attention of the enemy. We'll see how that goes. I'm surprised these guys actually have like the same morale. Actually, yeah, the recruits and the landmillets have the same morale. I forgot that the landmillets don't get a morale bonus. So let's bring our guys out wide a little bit. We'll see if they react. Yeah, looks like the majority of the army is coming this way. Let's get our Swiss in position, and maybe we can get our gentleman cavalry ready to engage them as these guys are distracted by our gendarmerie. So we've got the king riding out with the gentleman cavalry. Let's go ahead and start running. Let's fall back a little bit here. Let's swing back this way. You guys charge in, and you guys charge in. And let's knock out the provincial cavalry. Oh, and they were so close to shattering, but just didn't quite. Okay, charge in here. Again, just didn't quite break them. Let's get our gendarmerie moving out. Swiss are doing great here. And I might have our gendarmerie knock these guys out, because they'll rally, probably. Let's bring our general back again. I might have our general just sit at the very edge of their musket range to give them something to shoot at. Okay, let's see. They might get off the battlefield before they rally. Here, let's actually have you come stand in the hedges. And will they rally or won't they? I'm not sure. Nope. They're off the battlefield. So let's start repositioning. Let's get a charge in here. Or they have stopped and braced. And then we'll bring in our gentleman cavalry as well. And let's see. Okay, they've shattered, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's get going this way. And the next volley should break these guys. Let's get running. I'll let them take their volley, and then if they haven't broken, then we will rear charge them, and they will certainly shatter then. Okay. I also need to switch the, I need to switch over the medicinal herbs to the Swiss Fusiliers, because I think they're going to be taking more damage than our cavalry will, ideally. Ah, interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and take... Let's go ahead and take the money. We need to be building up our army. So let's make this switch here. Give you that. And we'll give you the infantry hangars as well. And you can take this heavy saddle. An iron 6-pounder is pretty good. That's a pretty good drop that we got. Get everyone replenishing, and then let's look for a town and hopefully make our first purchases here for units. Okay. And we can sell off the Gorget. And I'm surprised the 6-pounder gun only goes for 50. It's really cheap. Okay. Let's maybe take a little bit of manpower, and then we can move on to our next objective. It looks like the forts are all kind of in the south. So maybe I swing down here and then come do this fort, or come down here, come do this fort. Oh, auxiliary barracks, that's kind of cool. We could get some local troops, that would be fun. I think the French are strong. Like, to me, their stats seem good. With the exception of their morale, right? I mean, these are okay melee stats. Could certainly be better. Their grenadiers seem to be very strong. I think they're just really held back by the poor morale. Maybe they're a little on the weaker side too. I don't know. I know I've been playing with the when I've been playing with the Christ contingent, they feel really strong, but that's probably because of the combat effectiveness bonus. And the reason I bring that up is because the French and the HRE both have this similar big units, low morale play style, but the HRE I feel like doesn't suffer as much from that low morale compared to the French. I feel like my French units are kind of cowardly. So, okay. I don't really want to march through the woods to get to that fort, so I think we'll take the path here and come down here, do this fort, come back to the road, do that fort. Okay, let's commit some reservists. Hey, it worked. Yeah, for sure. Being able to muster is such a big strength for the HRE, where you're just getting to generate units out of thin air. That is a good point. That makes them really strong. Okay. I don't want to give you the basket hilt hangers because I want you ideally shooting, not charging in. Let's come over here real quick. Investigate the village, and just take a peek at everything. All looks very neat. Man, the provincial cavalry is so expensive. It's gonna take a while to really build up our cavalry reserves. Let's go ahead and take some more manpower. And let's keep on moving. Let's go visit these slums. There's a patrol. Yeah, let's see where all of the enemy armies are. I like that. So there's an encamped army here, and an encamped army here. We'll need to keep track of that for later. Let's come fight these guys real quick. Okay. So they've got Feldjägers, Musketeers, recruits, 2 Feldjäger units. And let's see. Okay, so they've got their Feldjägers there, Württembergers. So what I might do is maybe I try to put the Swiss over here in the trees, and then maybe the royal recruits like on this hill, and then we have our cavalry swing around and we hit the Feldjägers and the imperial recruits in the flank. And I'll have the general maybe trying to bait some shots too, if possible. So let's go ahead and line up our guys here. Let's get the general across. And maybe after this battle I will name some of our units. We'll see. Oh, they are not advancing to fight our infantry. They're advancing to fight our cavalry. Here, let's start getting spread out. Let's bring you guys back, because maybe I'll bait a shot out of them with our general. Just try to get shot at max range. Okay. Now let's let you get your shot off, and let's charge in. The gentleman cavalry are bogged down in the river, most unfortunately. Let's hold your fire for a minute while we are getting rid of them. And then let's have you guys charge in, and you charge in here as well. Maybe have you move up a little bit. Don't shoot the Feldjägers. Hit these Württembergers. And then let's rear charge them. Yeah, knock them out. Very good. And now let's pull back our cavalry. Get it a minute to recover their stamina. Let's pull our royal recruits forward as well as our Swiss and let them fight the imperial recruits a little bit. Hold your fire for now. You guys can come up a little bit more. Are they just like... Yeah, they are just advancing on the cavalry. Which I mean is fine. That's their choice. Okay, good. Now let's come back. Let's run our Swiss into position. And then have them unload and let's send our gentleman cavalry in to try to get some more experience. Okay. Alright, we got some good loot there. Let's... It's really not a lot of money. Let's go with the exchange. Try to get some more veterancy on our guys. And we can sell off these captured uniforms. I'm gonna sell off the shoes. I'm also gonna probably sell off the horseshoes. I'll give you guys that treatise. Actually, here, you guys take these shoes. Everything else we'll hold on to. That's a really big army. What about you? This one is smaller. Might be a little bit more doable. Let's... French Battalion Artillery, Royal Recruits. I'm not feeling confident yet to like fight an army like this, although possibly we could fight this one. Possibly. I'm also wondering if I should be raiding these towns and try to generate some more money. Let's go ahead and keep on moving. Let's go visit this convoy, and then we'll visit the fort. Ugh. Okay. I'm hoping these are not sieges, because I'm not really equipped for a siege at the moment. Ugh. Okay. The Chasseurs de Fischer. If I get any chasseurs, which I'm not sure that I will, I'd be open to doing that. Let's come check this battlefield. Oh, man. We'll come visit this settlement real quick. Oh, there's an outpost. What can I buy here? Imperial recruits? That's kind of cool. Oh, Saxon battalion artillery. That's also pretty neat. Chevaux Legers. 35-45. How does that compare to our guys? 35-45. I would think the French should be better, right? Yes, they are. Okay. And the Gendarmerie are 40 and 30. While over here... Okay, so the Tatar cavalry is actually a little bit better on a charge, but worse in melee. That's still pretty neat. Let's come visit this outpost. And sure, delay the HQ by a week. I'm good with that. Yeah, I really did jinx that fort over there. You're right. And do I feel confident enough to fight these guys? I mean... yeah, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay. So they're gonna have 2 Feldjägers, some artillery, 2 Christ Musketeers. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Where is the best place to engage them? Maybe just like sitting here, like 1 unit here, 1 unit here. And then we try to send our cavalry around to get behind the musketeers, knock out the artillery at some point, knock out these guys. Of course, if the Feldjägers overextend, we'll wipe them out, so we can always hope that they overextend. What are the Feldjägers equipped with, by the way? Charleville? Oh no, Souls. And Souls. Okay. Risky indeed. But we'll see, we'll see. We could get lucky if the Feldjägers overextend. We could easily take them out, and then the cavalry just needs to roll up the flank. I agree with that. I like the Soul as like an all-arounder. It's got good range, it's got good accuracy. It's fairly decent in melee. Looks like the Potsdam got a really big nerf to charge. Because before the Potsdam was pretty decent all around too, but I guess not anymore. These Feldjägers may overextend. Yes, the very cheap musket doctrine is extremely good. You can instantly give your units like a bunch of free stats. I mean, not free, right? But you can get muskets relatively cheap, and it's like giving them a huge boost to their stats. Of course, they might not advance on us at all. They might just... oh, okay, there they go. Let's start coming around here. I want our general to bait these Württemberger musketeers. Honestly, these guys did overextend. So let's just bait these guys forward and then get ready to send the cavalry in. Okay, you charge in, and then we'll follow up with the gentleman cavalry. And you come back. And make sure that their morale is good. Once these guys break, I'm going to send the gentleman cavalry to fight the Feldjägers. And we'll see if we can run them down a little bit more and hopefully shatter them. And then we'll pull back our gendarmerie. Okay, very nice. And let's help out here. Gendarmerie, keep going. And maybe we now send the gendarmerie on a mission over here to hit this artillery. And then you turn this way. Come over here. We should knock out the artillery, and then I need to let the gendarmerie rest for a little while. Let's swing this way. Okay. So let's just have them walking away and restoring their stamina. And let's get into position here and then rear charge the Christ Musketeers. Let's see if they turn around. I'm hoping that they won't. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage there. Honestly, let's have you guys get ready to fight the Imperial recruits. You hit the Feldjägers. You keep working your way down here. Come stand on the road for a minute, and you guys too. Yeah, honestly, Bernie, this has worked out a little bit better than I expected. So, I'm grateful for that. Here, let's get around behind them a little bit more. And I want to get the charge off before they reload. Okay, charge in here, charge in here. You guys hold your fire. Here, let's just come back and wait for them to advance on us. Let's have the Gendarmerie pull back for a little bit. I'll let the Gentleman Cavalry get some more kills so that they can rack up some experience. And then I'm going to pull them back. Let's go ahead and fast forward while we're just kind of waiting here. And we can run forward a little bit here. They will need to stop and reload. Okay, let's get the Swiss turned around. Okay, looks like they've stopped, so let's go ahead and charge into them before they finish their reload. And there we go. Fairly bloodless battle. We're gonna take on some more money. Yeah, we're going to take on some more money so that we can open up another brigade slot and purchase some new units. And if you haven't noticed, King Louis XV is in charge of our cavalry brigade. Okay, let's just try to find a good... The charge is good. Charge is good. Yeah, let's go with that. King Louis XV, he is a savage. And let's get our guys some names. So... Give me just a second. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to name these guys the... Here, let's name them the Gentleman Cavalry du Bois, because you literally have King Louis in charge of them. And then this Gendarmerie, we're going to go historic for them. We're going to call them the... Here, let's go Gendarme de la Reine. So these are the Queen's Gendarme. Oh, we need an S. My apologies. Sure, Bernie, if you have like a specific name that you would like to use, I'd be happy for you to suggest that. And for our Swiss, it looks like the king's household actually had a Swiss guard unit called the Cent Suisse. So we'll just do that. I'm gonna call them the Cent Suisse guard. And for our recruits, here, Bernie, do you live in a specific part of France? I'm looking at the French line infantry, and they've got like the Picardy, Champagne, Navarre, Piedmont. So I'd be happy to name it after like a specific region of France, or it doesn't have to be where you live. Maybe it's just like a region you really like. Let me know if that would be of interest to you. And while I'm giving you time to think about that, if you do want to participate, I will give our guys some items. Elevation screws I can sell, I don't care about them. The beer is probably better than that. Oh, here, I'll give you guys this because you're lacking in morale. Okay. Let's come visit this fort and then come back up here. Actually, it might make more sense to come up here and then come down here. Les Fusiliers de Lorraine. Okay. Les Fusiliers de Lorraine. I might just call them Fusiliers or Fusilier. I don't know. Fusiliers de Lorraine instead of Les. Just because I feel like it gets messy when you start adding in like les or the. So it'll just be that. Okay. Then let's come up here real quick. Les Fusiliers de Lorraine. So let's sell off these things. Generate a little bit more money. Open a brigade. And I can really only get like the Imperial Recruit unit. I don't really want to turn them into artillery because I think the French artillery would be better. I do like the Bavarian Musketeers. Maybe I could turn them into Bavarians. Because the Bavarians are really strong in my HRE campaign. Or I could try to sell off some more stuff to get the Saxon Battalion Artillery. But I really need more line than I need artillery at the moment. So let's just take the Imperial Recruits. And let's buy up some manpower, maybe a little bit of provisions, and some ammunition. And I'm trying to think if I would come back this way or not. So let's assume that I can come down here, do this fort, do that fort, do that one. I would ideally siege my 3 forts by then, but I would love to come back if we have time and siege this at the very end. So maybe I won't raid this fort. Let's search quickly. Hope we don't take attrition. Okay, we did. And we can give them land patterns. And we can sell off those worn muskets. We'll keep the Delft for now. Let's keep on going south here. Let's visit this battlefield. And send in the light cavalry to get another cavalry regiment. Very nice. Very low on reservists now. So let's swap you guys out. Honestly, I should swap you out as well. And then let's come over here, and I think I'm gonna raid this town. Just because we really need the money. So we'll raid for a bit here. How long do we have? Okay, we've got like 100 more days. Generate some money, generate some food. And we'll get some items from this as well. Okay. So with our Swiss, we can take this off of them and give them the gun picks. And we'll give you guys the medicinal herbs. And sure, you can take the shepherd's axes. We'll give you the heavy jackets, the heavy saddle. Let's give you a better sword for sure. And here, let's give you the cross so that your morale's a little better. We'll give you the blanket. We'll move all these things down. And we'll proceed on to the next. Which Total War did you play? I've played... Oh gosh, these are such terrible events. Alright, let's take a chance. No attrition, no attrition. Nice. So let me pause for a second. I have played almost every Total War since Medieval 2. So I've played Medieval 2, Empire, Napoleon, Shogun 2, Rome 2, Attila. Although I only played Attila a little bit. I didn't play Attila very extensively. What comes next? Thrones of Britannia? I didn't play Thrones of Britannia. I played Three Kingdoms. I've played all 3 of the Warhammer Total Wars. So yeah, I've played a lot of them. I did buy Pharaoh, and I played it for a little bit, but my computer couldn't handle it very well, so I stopped playing Pharaoh. They've got 1 unit of royal recruits here, so they're not very useful. I might burn this city down as well to try to generate some more money and food. I'm thinking about force marching up to this convoy, but I don't think so. I think that'll take a lot of time. What about you, Bernie? Have you played very much Total War? Let's get rid of the Worn Sabers. And we can get rid of the Worn Musket as well. Actually, I'll keep it... I'll keep it for now, just in case we run into an event where we can use it. And then let's buy up some manpower and a little bit of food. Let's come over here, and then let's raid this city. Okay. Okay. Empire and Warhammer 1. Those are good games. Anything I want to trade here? The haversacks are okay. Yeah, haversacks are better than the crosses. Haversacks might also be better than these shoes. And let's take that off. Let's give it to you. And we'll give you the gun picks. And let's make sure that we're good with all of this. Yeah, I think all those look good. Yeah, I agree with you, Spectre. I love, do I want the excellent greatcoat for $70? I feel like well, I can always sell it, right? Sure, let's buy it and we can sell it if we're in need of the money. Because the sale value is 68, so it's almost like we only spent $2 for it. That's not bad. And then we can put it on... We can put it on one of our guys here. And I'll open a slot for them later, but I don't want to spend money right now when we're still trying to fill out our brigades. Yeah, I agree with you, Bernie. Like, graphics are cool, but as long as the gameplay is fun, no. Okay. Okay. So the reason I'm not doing these is because if I entrench around the fort, then I'm given a slew of options, and if I have cannons, if I have artillery, then I can just spend ammunition to besiege the fort. But if not, then I have to use manpower. It's just better if I have artillery or if I have grenades. Honestly, I need to pick up some grenades at some of these towns and then like come back and try to do these. But yes, the mechanics I believe are first and foremost the most important, and then the graphics, right? Who wants to play a pretty game that doesn't? Who wants to play a pretty game that doesn't look or yeah, play a pretty game that doesn't play well? That's what I'm trying to say. And I might have to start selling off a bunch of stuff so that we can have bigger armies. I think I can't really afford to raid any more towns at this point. Let's come up here. See if there's any good encounters. Cool, we got our charge bonus. There's a field army chasing us, but they're a little on the large side. If I sell off some things, the lumber chest isn't that important at this point. How much more do I need? 471. So let's sell the... Hey, thanks for watching, Bernie. Really appreciate it. Happy New Year. Let's sell that off. And... maybe the heavy jackets? Yeah, we can get better items. And let's buy a royal recruit unit. And let's move him over here, and we will rename him to something else. We'll name him the Fusilier de Bourbon. Okay. And we also need to give our Imperial recruits a name, so let me see about getting them a name. Alsace. Oh, Royal Bavière. Royal Bavaria. That's perfect, because we want to turn them into Bavarians at some point. So let's name them the Royal Bavière. And get these guys gun picks, the Delft muskets, and let's continue on. I think I want to fight this patrol and then maybe fight that field army. Pray for an officer. Very nice. What's he got? He is a silly guy. He's a silly guy is what he is. He increases melee at the cost of reload speed, and he's good for artillery, so he's kinda useless. Man, this patrol just keeps getting further and further away. Does it go, like, all the way over here? Hmm. Oh, infantry's really cheap here. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Eventually this patrol will come back to us, and then we'll fight them. And while we're here, we can, like, raid this town for a day or two. And then fight them. Lots of Saxons. What are the mods that you play with, Spectre? Let's go ahead and put our Swiss over here. And then we'll have our guys here. And our Bavarians over here. Well, Bavarians in name only, they are still recruit units. Oh, and I need to rename this provincial cavalry. Let's try to get up on the fence a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's try to get you guys spread out a teensy bit more. Let's have our... Looks like the Tatar cavalry is interested in us. What's their charge like? They are actually pretty strong in charge. Yeah, we're actually going to take a lot of damage from them on that charge, but then we'll beat them in melee. And shatter them? And shatter them? Maybe not. How we're doing over here. Let's get you guys over here and supporting. It looks like they're not going to come back in time. So let's charge in. Let's get you guys coming this way. You can charge in. I'm going to have you guys come, maybe run into those Saxon recruits. Swiss are holding strong for the moment. Okay, pull you guys out. And then have you guys keep chasing them down. Let's walk here, try to regenerate some stamina. Hit these guys since they're right in front of you. Okay, they're working on kills. Happy with that. Nice. Oh, these guys are moving, so they're not braced. Let's go ahead and destroy them then. And these guys are chowing down on those Saxons, so I'm going to leave them alone. I want them to shatter. There we go. Now let's run in here. Honestly, did less damage there than I expected. Let's help out. Okay, they're nice and shattered. Let's then start walking around to hit these Saxon musketeers in the rear. And let's get you guys marching. And I will charge you in once they break. Very nice. Now let's go after them. More patrols? Yeah, more patrols sounds good. I like more patrols, more field armies. I've been wondering if I should start playing with modded Master of Command, but just haven't pulled the trigger yet because oh, these guys turned around and shot me. Those sons of guns. Okay. It's like they're not bracing anymore, so let's charge in. And let's actually put you into column. Here, keep getting kills. Then you guys run up. And charge in. Okay, we got a fair bit of money from that. Oh, we got Hungarian horse. Very nice. Another 6-pound gun. We really need the money, so let's go ahead and keep taking that. Let's replace losses to our cavalry and to our Swiss. And they can't upgrade yet, right? No, they need 6. Jeez. Let's rename our French provincial cavalry. We can name them... We can name them Barry. Oops, not that. Barry Provincial Cavalry for the moment. Let's sell that. And instead of that, let's give you this Hungarian horse. And I wouldn't mind making you guys a little bit faster. Okay. Man, I'm already running out of time. Oh man. Chevaux Légers de Berry. Provençaux. Alright, we'll call them the Chevaux Légers de Berry. Because they are not much more than that at the moment. Not much more than light cavalry. What do I need to upgrade you guys? Oh, you can already upgrade. Nice. Okay, yes. Let's do French Fusiliers. Actually... I would like to hold out for Swiss Fusiliers. Since we are playing the King's household. Okay, let's just hang on then. And then here... Let's swing down here. Hopefully we can fight that patrol and then buy up some more units for our army. Oh nice, a slum? Sure. Yeah, let's sell off a bunch of provisions for the money. And then, what do they have here? Oh, Saxons. I do like Saxons. $40.25 on the Saxon veteran artillery. What is it for? What is it for you guys? Okay. I would like for the Saxons to be an artillery unit. So let's do that. Let's buy up some manpower. And you have a worn musket, so I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna leave you guys Saxon. Here, let's name you Saxon artillery recruits, just so that I don't forget that I want to make you artillery units later. And then we'll fight this patrol, gain some money. Actually, I need some food. Okay. Yeah, I do like the Saxon line infantry. I do like the Saxon line infantry. But I am going to try to turn my Saxons into artillery. So let's come over here. Let's fight this guy real quick. He's got a bunch of provincial cavalry, nothing too scary there. Okay. Okay. So now we've got Saxon musketeers on either end. Saxon recruits in the middle. Which one is weaker in melee? These guys are, and they have the officer. So let's do this. Let's put our Swiss to hold this side of the line. We'll get our Fusilier de Lorraine over here, and then we'll put our other recruit units here in the middle. And I will send our cavalry around this side. Oops. Oh, that's right, I forgot about the Royal Bavarians. Okay. And have our general here. Start, pause, bring the Swiss to over here, the Bavarians here, our Saxon artillery recruits there. And cavalry will swing out wide here. General will advance. And I'm probably actually not going to be able to get up to that line that I wanted. So let's just go ahead and start setting up here. Maybe I keep our artillery boys back here for a minute. And look for an opportunity to utilize them later in the battle. Looks like their cavalry is swinging over this way. Here, let's start bringing you guys around. Let's bring you up to there. Oh, it's actually going to take so long to get these guys anywhere. Come up here and support the Royal Bavarians. Don't get shot up. Here, let's actually have you guys swing out over here, and then you guys can set up here. And once we've attracted the attention of these musketeers, we can then move our cavalry to engage their cavalry. Let's give our Fusiliers de Bourbon a little bit of morale. They're kind of hurting. And let's swing the cavalry back this way, because that should bring this line back towards our Fusilier de Lorraine. You guys run into position. Do these guys have stakes? What do they have? Oh, they have Chevaux de Leger. Or Chevaux de Frise, sorry. Dude, what is with these Saxon musketeers? I really don't want to engage them with my cavalry because I don't want to get hit by their cavalry. Now I can't call them back. So let's just get our charge in. And then pull back our gentleman cavalry. As I pull them back, everything over here is going fairly well. Let's turn to engage those musketeers. Okay. So let's start to swing them down. Okay, let's charge them. Charge in. Okay, nice. And then charge in. Okay, let them get their stamina up for a minute, and then we'll charge. Everyone over here is doing well enough. Okay, let's charge in. And then charge in. Okay, they've focused finally on our boys over here. So we're going to hit them with our Gentleman Cavalry du Bois and our Chevaux Légers de Berry. And our Gendarme will run these guys off the battlefield. they will lose almost none of their bracing for turning around, which I love. Perfect. Let's get our gentleman cavalry out of there. Get them walking up to here. And charge into the Saxon musketeers for a little bit more experience. These guys are almost out of ammunition, as are these guys. Okay, that was their last volley. Let's go ahead and start forming into a column to charge. And let's do the same here. And let's try to charge these guys before they get their reload in. Here, change targets. Okay. So we've defeated them. I can buy another infantry regiment. And let's go ahead and take the ransom, because we really need the money. Let's get our cavalry brigade upgraded. Oh, this is awesome. Legendary. I can't think of a more fitting trait for King Louis XV than legendary. Okay, they need some more time to cook. Breastplates I can use eventually. These shoes we can put on to you. And we can also give you this haversack. And I'm just going to leave you guys with nothing at the moment. Maybe a blanket, just for fun. Okay, let's investigate this battlefield real quick. Let's take the manpower. That's what we really need at the moment. Let's come down to the town again. We've got 51 days until the HQ mobilizes. So with that time, we need to... how much is another brigade gonna cost? 300, and then 489. Let's sell off some things. So I will be able to buy another recruit here. But now I'm a little low on food and manpower. Maybe we sell off a couple of things. There are some cheap officers, so I should probably get a cheap officer if I can afford it. But let's go ahead and sell... Let's sell off, honestly, all of the artillery stuff for right now. Maybe maybe these breastplates too. Like, they're good, but I just don't have I don't have much of a use for them at the moment. Oh, I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna save them. And we'll do that. I might sell off the Hungarian horse. Just thinking about what I want to do. Yeah, let's sell the horse. Let's sell the horse. That makes me sad, but we gotta do it. And then let's buy an officer. The cheapest officer that money can buy. You will also be artillery recruits. All of our Saxons will be. And let's buy up some food before we leave. And let us go try to fight this patrol. We need to fight this patrol, this patrol. Happy New Year, Jacob. Max armor, max charge. I'm definitely all for making the gendarmerie max charge. I'm all for it. Giving them some lances, giving them some breastplates. Yeah, I can get behind that. Let's go ahead and move on. We need to be a little bit speedy because we're running out of time, and ideally I want to fight some of the encamped armies. Gosh, but I'm running out of food. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to recruit much from here. Let's move into foraging. Let this patrol army work its way back towards me. Run them down. And fight them. And since we have so many recruits, I'm probably going to go for the exchange option to start trying to getting our troops leveled up. Hungarian Fusiliers are over here. They're going to be the most dangerous. So let's put our Swiss. Maybe we try to get across the river. I think that could be interesting. Dude, come here, Saxon artillery recruits. And we'll have our cavalry here. Let's bring you guys in. Okay. So let's get everyone across. We'll see how far everyone can make it. Okay. And then once they start trying to get across this river, here, let's bring the cavalry out wide, and maybe we can, like, charge into them on this flank. Let's definitely get the artillery boys moving up here. And once they're in position, they'll probably start advancing. Here, you guys stay to deal with the Hungarians, but everyone else can start getting into positions over here. Let's start setting you up here. Let's get you here. Where's our general? Bring him up. How are these dragoons? Are they strong at all? Not really. Here, let's spread out here and here. Are you shooting through? What are you doing? Don't fire. Okay, it looks like these dragoons are like locked onto my gendarme de Lorraine. So okay, so now you guys open fire. That's pretty cool. Just do like a walking line. You guys hold fire. Okay, they're done for. Okay, Saxons are in front. Open fire. Oh, this is actually so cool. Okay, Fusiliers, take up a position, and then get ready to fire. You guys come over here. I don't know what these guys are up to. but we can fight them if they want to fight. Oh, let's get you guys advanced. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. You charge them. You charge these recruits. Okay, you guys are ready. Open fire. Dude, this walking line is so awesome. Here, let's turn you guys. I'll let them take their shot and then advance. Okay, very nice. And then advance here. Hold fire. And once you're in position, open fire. You guys turn to fight the Hungarian Fusiliers. And let's get them back for a second. Don't charge, don't charge. Okay, charge into the Hungarians from the front. Try to get a bunch of kills so you guys can level up. What happened to my... Oh, here they are. Are you just not interested in the rest of these guys? And they should break either on this volley or this volley. There we go. And then we'll take the exchange option because we really need the food and extra veterancy. And let's see here. We can sell that. Let's get our replenishment and ammunition settled. And this is for our accuracy guy, right? So let's go with precise. Chevalier need one more veterancy before I can upgrade them to dragoons, unfortunately. So then, let's go ahead and visit Günzburg real quick. Let's, what do we, item cost is down, which is cool and all, but I don't really have the money for it. I really need to get more units. Let's go ahead and buy up a little bit of manpower, buy up a little bit of ammunition. And let's come over here to this outpost. Let's draw on probably the money. And then come down here. Let's visit this outpost. Yeah, let's garrison. Try to move the HQ back a little bit. And then maybe I raid this city as we're waiting for the patrol to come back. Problem is, I need to... Okay, so I need to do this fort encounter, and then I would like to do these 2 fort encounters. I'm not going to be able to fight that encamped army. I can probably fight this one at some point, but I'm trying to figure out if I'll have the time to come back and do this one. The other issue is, I don't have 3 full brigades yet, which is less than ideal. If I could fight a field army, that would be awesome. I would be so happy to fight a field army. I know one was chasing me down over here, but I don't know where they went off to. Okay. Let's swing this way. What? Oh, okay. Let's chase them down. Two Tatar cavalry. Okay. Let's see what we're up against. Hungarian Fusiliers on that side. Recruits on the other, and then they've got really strong cavalry. Wow. Their combat effectiveness is so high. Fascinating. I don't know why that is. Is it just from like their morale or the stamina? Maybe it's the stamina. Yeah, okay. I guess we also have very high charge, huh? Okay. Let's then try to come back here and set up with our infantry. Actually, let's make sure that they're facing this way because they actually take forever to turn around. So let's get the general back here. Let's get the Swiss, like, yeah, over here somewhere. You guys here, 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 here. And let's have our cavalry come here. And I think that's everyone. Set up here, and the Fusiliers de Lorraine here, and we'll set up these guys right behind them, and we'll do that like fun little move where they move forward, take a shot, and I think the only reason I can get away with that right now is because there's no artillery. So it's kind of a little fun trick when there's no artillery, but when there is artillery, your units will probably get devastated from being so close to one another. Let's bring our general forward. Get into a good position over here. Their Tatar cavalry is still kind of sitting back. I might move the Royal Bavarians down. Okay, looks like their cavalry is coming this way, which is good. I'd rather them hit my cavalry than my recruit infantry down here. Let's hold fire for a minute. Maybe swing back a little bit. And our Chevalier will take a lot of damage, but we'll get them routing pretty quickly. Okay. So everybody walk. And you guys can open fire now. Oh, let's advance here. And let's get lined up here. Hold your fire. You open fire. And then let's do it again. Okay, they're shattered. Perfect. Open fire. When are you guys firing? Here in a minute. Okay, let's fire. Let's charge in here, charge in here. Those guys want to mess with our heavy cavalry, so let's not do that. And hold your fire. And then have you move forward. Charge into these Hungarian recruits. Hold your fire for a second. Come over here. Advance. And let's turn you this way, turn you this way. You can fire when ready. Let's rear charge these guys. Let the Chevaux de Leger run down enemy units. And, oh, you hold your fire. And you can open your fire. And let's just get them out. There we go. Okay, and again, we're probably gonna go with the exchange option. Because we're getting a fair bit amount of money. But we really need the food, and we need our guys to level up. So we'll go with for the exchange. And let's see, one last trait for our cavalry. We're not going to be throwing grenades, so I don't want to do that one. Let's just skip that for now. We can hold out. Replenish what we can. And let's sell off things that we're not going to need. Let's get you guys upgraded to French Dragoons. And okay, none of you can upgrade yet. You can upgrade. So now we've got some Saxon battalion artillery. We'll give you a cannon, and we'll give you, I guess, the water bucket. We've got Tulas, so we can give you a Tula. Get rid of that one. Reload and stamina versus 6 reload. Here, let's swap that. I'll give you a gun pick. And you can take a cross pendant too, sure, and maybe the large cartridge box? I don't know. I'll probably sell off the horse. Just because I really need the money. Okay. We still don't have enough for Swiss Fusiliers, which is what I am holding out for. We should be able to get there with like one more. You can be land millets. And let's actually, just for the sake of keeping everyone the same, we'll call you Fusiliers, because that's what we're naming everyone else. Honestly, you should probably be. Fusiliers de Royal Bavière. Okay, oh, and you guys can be Dragoons now. And you are now Saxon Battalion Artillery. Very good. And let's check out this outpost. Oh, I could give them an officer from my reserve, which I have this useless guy, and we'll get a light cavalry unit out of it. Unfortunately, it's provincial cavalry, but we'll take a free unit when we can. Let's give him that, and let's give him that, and we might as well give him that and the boots. I could also give them the slightly increased range. Okay. Oh, and let's rename this guy. So let's find a good cavalry name for you. We could name him Chevaux Légers de Bourgogne. Chevaux Légers de Bourgogne. I think that's how you spell it, right? No, there's no U. Bourgogne. And Léger, I think, has an E at the end, so let's fix that. You want them to be called the I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word. Carabiners? Carabinier de Bourgogne. Bourgogne. Alright, so type it out exactly how you want it to be, Spectre. Yeah, like this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. If you want it to look different, type it out and I will change their name. But I really need to remember that these are light cavalry, or else I'm gonna forget. Okay. So now we're feeling a little bit stronger, but we really need we need one more unit, and we need to siege 2 forts to get our last thing. Honestly, what I may do is come back over here, see if I can buy some grenades from either of these towns, do the 2 forts real quick, and then maybe fight an encamped army instead of coming over here and then going back. Let's see what we can do. And if we find a field army, that would be awesome. I would love to find a field army to fight. No grenades here. But I will sell off these things. How many cities am I going to run into? I'm only going to run into this one, possibly this one. We've got royal recruits here. I could buy a royal recruit while I'm in town, which I think I'll do. And then let's buy up some ammunition. Let's rename these row of recruits. I'm gonna name them Fusiliers de Normandie. Okay. And there were no grenades, right? Okay, just like double and triple checking. There are some officers. They're a little expensive. Let's buy one more round of ammunition. And then let's march over to these slums, see if we can get something from them. Shucks. Okay, pay for silence. And then let's come over here. And, oh, they don't have grenades. Arrgh. Okay, let's buy some ammunition. C'est parfait. Let's buy some food. Let's raid them for a minute. No, don't notify the headquarters. That's not what we need to have happening. And then let's force march up here, buy all the ammunition, come down here, then come down here, and try to siege out those two forts before the HQ mobilizes. Oh, they do have grenades, but they're really expensive. Why couldn't they be cheap grenades? Oh. Okay, well let's buy one thing of grenades and then sell off the canteen, sell off the horseshoes, sell off the medicinal herbs. I'll keep the tobacco and the cylindrical rods. So now let's buy some more ammunition for the siege. Buy a little bit of food so we can march around faster. And then let's proceed down here. Force march down to the fort. Entrench. Okay. Let's do the mass bombardment. And then let's take it with the grenades. Oh, our melee damage will go up. That's... yeah, that would be really good for our cavalry, so let's do that. It's gonna hurt our regimental accuracy, but so be it. And then... gosh. I think we try to force march over here. Man, I'm just really low on food. I really need to find a field army, or a field army needs to find me, even better. So I think we're gonna march down here. The day passed. I'm gonna cheese it a little bit. I could get money and ammunition, or I could get reservists. Money and ammunition, or reservists. Let's take the reservists. Let's come get the deer real quick. Oh, we got a billy goat. That's kind of fun. And then let's see if we can come do the fort. Oh, we're out of food. Yikes. Big yikes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my army's gonna start bleeding. Well, here's the question. Will my army continue to bleed while I'm doing this? Yes, they will. Ah! Okay. Oh, this is terrible. This might be where the campaign ends because I mismanaged my food. Oh. Anything that reduces attrition? No. Let's do that. I need to find a town down here to replenish at and sell off a bunch of stuff. I think the HQ is just gonna come and kill us. No. Oh, we don't have the manpower. This feels so bad. Yeah, we've got 139 guys here, 200 here. Oh my goodness. We just starved to death. Oh, that's terrible. Well, I think this is going to be the end for us here. I don't even know if there's even a point in like trying to deploy in a specific manner. I mean, this is just over. Our general is still full strength, so apparently he was able to find food somewhere. But nobody else was. Okay, let's just come up here. Yeah, let's just speed run this one, I think. Look at how far you can stretch these guys when they're like this. Ugh. Yeah, this is pretty over. Here, let's just send everyone into these recruits. Okay, where we shattered then. That's one unit down. Honestly, these guys are still doing a lot of damage. Let's try to shatter them. And then let's fight these guys. Actually, here, let's try to pull out. And then charge them. Honestly, it's amazing how well this cavalry is doing for how undermanned they are. You guys are standing so far apart. Oh man. Oh, here come the Grenzer Hussars. Alright, there we go. Ah! Man, we just starved ourselves to death at the end. That's such a bummer. Yeah, that's true, Spectre. That's true. I could do that. But I mean, I think the problem was that, well, the problem definitely was that we just were too risky with our food, and we starved ourselves to the death at the end. And I had already raided a bunch of towns over there, so I wasn't able to go back and buy up any food or manpower for the starving army. So I was just being too risky. I was being too risky with our food, and trying to accomplish the fort objectives. Is there anything that I want to do just for fun? I kind of want to play as the Hungarians. Thanks, Spectre. I mean, my problem is, like, I know I'm better. I know I'm better than what I've been doing, but I've kind of been doing stuff just for the fun of it, and I feel like that's really hurt us in the live streams. I need to finish the HRE campaign at some point. What do the Cossacks look like? I could revisit my Cossack campaign, because I was doing a Cossack live stream, but then the update happened, and I could redo that. We'll see. I don't know. In any case, I think this is where we're going to stop here. The France campaign went really fast, so... Grabbing subsidy recruits to get Hessian Grenadiers. Yeah, that does sound fun. I really want to do the I really want to do the Saxon army. I think this is going to be like a fun campaign to do at some point. Just starting out with such a good cannon. Mustering being even stronger. I guess they start off with really low resources, which is challenging, but... Could play as the British. I know I've been meaning to beat the game as the British, so... Maybe I do that. I don't know. I'm really on the fence whether to just stop here or not. I think I will. I think I will stop here. We'll call it a day. Go back to the drawing board. Think up some other fun stuff to do. Keep going? You think I should keep going? Maybe I'll play for like another 40 minutes or so. I'll just play as the British. We'll go Marshall. Turn off historical enemies. let's see. I'm gonna see if I can change the name of the live stream, since my time with the whatchamacallits, the French is over. I honestly don't know how to do that. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Here we go, British. What are they called? British Expedition? Okay. So now we're going to be playing the British Expedition. Let's go ahead and re-roll these. Let's re-roll again. Expeditionary Force, that's why I named it, right? I'll just leave it British Expedition for now. Expeditionary Force. Expeditionary Force. Oh, that's kind of interesting. British Grenadiers. But I want something a little bit more generic. This is pretty good. Increasing the subsidy by $5. I'll do that. But gosh, I hate fighting the Austrians, man. I'm so tired of fighting the Austrians. Okay, I will play for 35 minutes with the British, and then we'll call it a day there, and I'll come back another day and keep playing as the British. So let's go ahead and get these guys bagpipers. We'll give them the marksman, give you the cavalry pistol, and the foot have a long ways to go. So we'll give them the spontoon, give these guys the basket hilt hanger, and give you the T. Does Highland Grenadier? Yeah, Highland Grenadier still goes down to 1,000 men. Which is kind of rough. I'm not a big fan of the 1,000 unit regiments. Okay. Let's get going. And let's take let's take the reservists. Bunch of Crownland recruits. Is our cavalry better than theirs? Slightly. Ever so slightly. Well, our foot is really strong. They've got really good accuracy. Our Highland foot, not as much. Not as much, but that's okay. How many units do they have? 800 in their Chevaux Leger. Here, what I'll do is I'll set up the Highland Foot over here. Maybe we do one shot and then charge in with them. Bring our dragoons back a little bit. Yeah, we're firing like right on our max range because these guys have good Charlevilles for no reason. What the heck? What do these guys have? Oh my gosh, they're increasing their max range. That is so silly. Dude, this first battle might not even be winnable. Here, let's come up a little bit closer. Oh my gosh, we're still in range. Just wait for them to fire and then go in. Let's try to get in there and help the foot. Try to make sure these guys shatter. Okay, nice. And there we go. That's a pretty tough start for the British. Let's take the ransom. How does British artillery look? Pretty meh. 30? 10? That's pretty bad. Let's give you the heavy socket bayonet, and you can take this axe, and I'll give you that and some cheese. And subsidy of recruits. How does this look in comparison? 20 and 15. Okay, so artillery is just pretty bad for the British. Pretty bad. $35 and 10. Hessian cavalry. Maybe that's what I should be doing with the subsidy recruits, is working towards the Hessian cavalry. Since the British can only go for dragoons. So let's buy a subsidy recruit. Let's take some manpower. Let's see if they have any like uber cheap officers. They don't. This one is okay. Okay. Let's buy up some food, buy up some manpower. And I need to raid 3 settlements, and then we'll get the hussars. It's gonna cost $375. I also need to dismantle 5 slums, so there's 1 here, 2 there, 3, 4. Man, these placements are not amazing. Maybe we raid this and then come down here, get this slum, get this slum. Come over here for that one. And then head south for the other 2. Let's make sure we're replenishing here. Let's raid. Okay. Let's give you that. And yeah, that's about all we can do. Let's see what they've got. 3 Cantonist recruits, Prussian musketeers. This shouldn't be as bad as the first battle, since we have an extra unit now. So let's set it up such that I want the subsidy recruits to take a volley, and then we charge in from this flank with the Highland Foot and with our light dragoons. And the British Foot will just have to hold back 2 to 3 recruit units. So let's see if we can pull that off. Or I could have the Dragoons harass them. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do instead, is I'll bring up the Dragoons to harass them, and then they should leave their flank exposed to the Highland Foot. There they go, they're reforming. Took a lot of damage there, but it's fine. Why are these guys so fast? What did they have on them? Like, they are flying away from the light dragoons even. Let's go ahead and get into a good position with our Highland Foot. Let's walk our light dragoons for a minute. Here, maybe we chase down those Cantonist recruits. You guys charge in. Charge into them, make sure that they get knocked out. Okay. Let's speed up here. You guys are doing great. Yep. Do some damage to them. Let's hold fire for a minute. And then let's fire on them. Okay. So that was good. Fire by rank. Yeah, that does sound really good. I would take fire by rank if I came across it. Systematic. Indeed. Let's go ahead and take... Let's go ahead and take the money and ammunition. And let's upgrade these. We can sell those off. We can give someone a treatise, so there you go. And sure, take the cartridge box. Oh, that's Interesting. So anyone can use the tow worm? I assumed it was only for artillery. It's for anybody, I guess. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be for anybody, but it is. Okay, cool. Well, I'll take that. And let's see here. I think everyone's already got things. So would I rather you have half gators compared to tow worms? No, I kind of like the tow worms more. Okay. Then let's continue. Let's come do this slum. Do that one, and then proceed over here and then down to here, I think was my plan. Okay, cool. I didn't know that there were small tow worms. I assumed that all tow worms were for artillery. Let's bet small. I don't like taking the risk. Okay, I got the money out of it. I should have gone big. But I think I'll always go small when it comes to that gambling event, just because I hate taking the risk. Let's pay for an officer and see what we get. We get one that's pretty good in melee. So I can save him for like a cavalry brigade. Let's then come to this slum. I forgot that we generate money, that's awesome. Oh no. Not again. Okay. Again, we're gonna wager modestly. Does anybody have like cheap units? No, it doesn't look like there are any cheap units on the board, unfortunately. But let's come over here. See what they have for sale. Subsidy recruits, redcoat recruits. Let's open up a new brigade. And let's get some... Here, let's get the redcoats. Oh shoot, I need more money. So let's sell off these things. And then buy the redcoats. And we can put him to use, and we can put the Highland in there. Everyone else will leave here to benefit from the increased infantry accuracy and the cavalry reload. I mean, yeah, that's fine. And I need to take away your golden spontoon and give it to one of these guys so that they can level up a little faster. Let's do that. And ammunition is cheap here, so I might buy up some more. And buy up some food. They have really cheap officers here. An artillery officer, we might come back for him. I mean, I doubt it, but we could. Okay, I need to raid 2 more settlements, and then I'll get the hussars. So let's proceed this way. I'll probably raid this town down. Yeah, definitely delay the HQ. Let's come visit this encampment real quick. Yeah, get them fed. Let's then come visit the convoy. There's a patrol. Hopefully we'll aggro them. What's with this tiny patrol? It must be like a ton of cavalry. Okay. I don't know if I want to fight that cavalry patrol. I have PTSD from fighting like an all cavalry patrol yesterday. Okay. So let's do what we did last time. Let's get our like line infantry distracting their recruits, and then we'll use our light dragoon. We'll use our light dragoon to distract the musketeers and then charge them with the Highland foot. So let's do this. Let's get you guys over here. Redcoat recruits, subsidy recruits, general. Highland foot will sit back for a minute, along with the light dragoons. Let's get you guys up, What does the sound mod change, Spectre? I know earlier you were mentioning musket fire. Oh jeez. Does it change any other sounds? Maybe like cannons? Here, let's start to move out here. Do all these guys have worn muskets? They do. Speed things up. Let's get the dragoons around. Actual cannon and musket fire. And explosions. Ooh, I like that. I like explosions. Okay, let's have our foot reform over here. Let's get on the road, try to regenerate a little bit more stamina. Oh my gosh. They got hit by like one cannonball and a ton of guys died. Let's ride after them. And we'll wait for our subsidy recruits to get their shot off, and then charge in. Yeah, run down the artillery. Very nice. Let's get you guys in position here, ready to charge. See if we can get in there before they get their volley off. Which we did. Very nice. Hold your fire. Turn this way. And then prepare to go through the next guys. Don't run. You don't need to run. I want you regenerating your stamina. And these guys will not rally. Let's just make certain of it. Okay, you shoot them, you charge in. And then let's charge them. And that'll be the end of this patrol. Cool. I'll probably need to take reservists, because I don't have enough at the moment. How? Oh man, you need 7 veterancy to get to Highland Grenadiers? Okay. Combat effectiveness is good. We'll take that. Can sell those. And... okay, I'm not going to change anything on you at the moment. Okay. Let's come away from them for a minute. Get some replenishment. Man, Okay, let's do it. Who's not... Okay, so our Dragoons are still a little bit hurt. Here, let's give you guys just a tiny bit more move speed. And then let's fight this field army. They've got some cavalry, which is a little bit scary. Yeah, I like the stats on the Highland Grenadiers. They've got really good melee stats, but they are only a 1,000 unit regiment, which is a little concerning. Yeah, these Hussars have better stats than our Dragoons. So what I might do is maybe we take up position in the town, and then I'll probably have to use my light dragoons to harass. Maybe not charge in, but definitely harass. So let's go ahead and set up. I might have them charge the Fry Infantry Jaegers. I don't know. We'll see. If their Jaegers get too far forward, I'm all for taking those guys down a notch. So let's go ahead. Let's set up the foot along here in the town. We'll get our subsidy recruits up here, redcoats here. Highland. We'll have in a column, waiting to see if these guys get too close. Light dragoons will probably harass. Or maybe we actually take a step back. Why do you like the small units, Spectre? Man, I'm not getting any cover with these guys. Okay, now I'm getting a tiny little bit. Not very much. I'd love for these guys to get a little bit closer. Let's see if their cavalry responds. It doesn't seem like it, which I'm okay with. So I think we break these Jaegers and then... then pull back our Highland. Okay, they should break pretty soon. Okay, let's have you guys advance. And try to hit them in the face. Hold your fire. I need to have them focusing fire here. Let's bring you over to help. Okay, our subsidy recruits are retreating, which is fine. Okay, let's get you guys. Oh, shoot. Okay, you guys take a minute, reload, and then we'll switch you out with the Highland Foot. And those hussars will come back, unfortunately. Okay, and now you step forward. Let's get the Highland into a column. Yeah. The 1,000 man units are very strong, but yeah, they're really easy to lose, which I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, shoot them, please. Thank you. So now let's get a reload in, and then one more shot. Oh, those hussars are coming back. Okay. Let's get ready for them then. You hold your fire. You also hold your fire until those hussars come up. Okay, here they come. Very nice. Charge them. Yeah, knock them out, and you guys charge into them. Okay. Another victory. Oh, and there's a patrol up here? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take the reservists. Again, need to keep our manpower up. And let's give you Tompions. Anything useful here? Instead of that, let's give you the Pocket Bible. Maybe I give you a half gator so you can move around a little faster, have some more stamina. And with you, we'll give this treatise. You can have that, and then you, I will give maybe the entrenching tool. Okay. And then let's walk away. Okay, so they've got one Jaeger unit and 3 hussars. And then once we finish this battle, that'll be the last one, and I'll call it a day after finishing this battle. Okay. So let's... Here, let's try to get our guys over here to the hill. If we can. We might not have time. I mean, this one is also good, right? So if I put the foot on here, and then our substitute recruits over here. Hey, if I could fire by rank, I would. Trust me. We'll get our redcoats over here. Put our dragoons in the back. And our Highland here in the back, ready to help out. Hold your fire. Let's actually get everyone to hold fire. Okay, so the Freikorps Hussars, they've all got decent charge, but not super great melee, except for this guy. He's got pretty good charge and melee. Yeah, let's bring Mr. Braunschweig over here. Very nice. And let's open fire now. Awesome. I think you might be needed over here when these Freikorps charge in. Wait. Okay, now open fire. And then let's charge. Hey, Combat Ineffective Gaming. How you doing, man? Actually, yeah, keep going after those Jaegers. It is a fun game, absolutely. I honestly can't get enough of Master Command. I have so much fun. I've been really unlucky. Well, part of it is unlucky, part of it is unskilled in my live streams that I've been playing, but I'm hoping this will be, I'm hoping that playing with the British will be a different story. How are your campaigns going, Combat? Oh, nice. Holy Roman Empire. I like the Holy Roman Empire. They're fun. It feels like they've got a unit that can do a little bit of everything. Okay, didn't take too many losses there, so I think this time we're going to take... well, I was going to say the money, but it's really not a lot of money. Let's take the veterancy. And let's see, Highland Foot. I could make them veteran Highland Foot. Or I could wait and turn them into Highland Grenadiers. which I think is what I want to do. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll have to watch and see what you've been up to. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from you. Let's see, we've got the Neustadt. Let's definitely trade out the Neustadt here. And do I actually want you to be... Yeah. Yeah, let's make you subsidy provincial cavalry. Because I'm sure I can buy some more line infantry in the town up here. Actually, let's switch you guys here. You take the horse. You take the lance, the charge damage. Cheese, and is there anything else that I could possibly give you? Oh, you don't even have a cavalry weapon. Oh, jeez. No wonder you're so bad. Okay. I should have held off on upgrading them. That was a mistake. Let's come back down here. Let's try to buy up some units. Yeah, let's do one red coat and one subsidy. Okay. Let's sell off some stuff. So now I can buy... Oops. Now I can buy a subsidy recruit. Yeah, and you'll be over here. Let's give you half gators. We'll give you the cheese and the entrenching tool. And that, and you can have the toe worm. And I'll give you that. And the cheese. Okay. So now we need to try to get a cavalry weapon, probably sell off a couple of things. Let's sell off these two, maybe the charge. Or this junky cavalry pistol. Oh man, cavalry weapons are expensive. Oh, the cover bonus. Here, let's do that instead. And then let's sell off the treatise, let's sell off the gunner implements. We can sell off those things, the junky cavalry pistol, and the half gators. And now I could buy a good dragoon sword. Or I could just buy a Cuirassier sword. Or a Hussar saber. Let's just go over with the Hussar saber for now. There. Now he can fight for himself a little bit. He's still going to be mostly... He's still mostly going to be good for charging, but he'll be okay. With that, I think I will raid this city. Let's take a little bit of food. Let's move a tiny bit and then raid. Finish raiding this city. And then we'll move to take this slum. Let's go ahead and give him even better charge. I'll give you guys the coffee. Yeah, doing enemy forts can be very challenging. I feel like it's very RNG. Like if you end up having to repeatedly like assault a fort, it's pretty nasty. But I'm also biased because I just had the fort objective in my King's Household playthrough and it didn't go well. I ended up starving out my army and then lost to the HQ. Money for weapons. Let's do money for weapons. And then we can outfit you guys. And I didn't even have to buy that Hussar saber now that I have one. So if I raid one more settlement, I'll get the Von Roth Hussars. What I think I'll do is I'll cut down, do those two. There'll probably be a village along the way that we can raid, and then I'll be 8 regiments strong. I'm not gonna do that. Was there someone coming? Oh, there's a patrol coming. Okay. Let us then raid. And then once we finish raiding, we'll have our extra Hussar unit. We can chase down that patrol that ran away. Give them a cross. Let's give them riding boots, canteen, cheese, and let's go after that patrol army. I wonder what happens to them. Oh, cool. I get a free unit. So I basically get, okay, so Freikorps, Grinzers, Cossacks, Germans, or French. What do you guys think? What unit should I pick? I'm not gonna pick the Germans because we already have, like, this is our nation, right? The subsidy recruits, so I'm not going to do that one. I'm leaning towards the French because because of my failed campaigns. I think I'm going to go with the French here. Okay, so now we've got him in reserve. We need some more money to open up a new brigade. Man, where did that patrol go? They really are just gone. Let's check out this fort. And let's just take the money. Come visit the slum. Let's just take the reservists. Don't spend any ammunition. Over here we need to buy up food. I'm kind of running out of food. Sell all that off. Okay. And then let's resolve this slum. Sure. Sell off our money. Sell off our provisions, I mean. Let's come back. Oh, a field army. Okay. Let's get our one royal recruit in here then. And give him a Bible, some cheese, entrenching tools. Yeah. Okay. So now I think we're ready. Let's see what we're up against. Some Prussian musketeers, land mallets, 2 Cantonist recruits, Freikorps. Okay. Okay. So we'll do this battle, and then we're gonna end the stream. This is gonna be the final battle, and then I'm stopping. Do you have any plans for the new year, combat or Spectre, or anyone else in the chat who hasn't said anything? Where to set up? Maybe we try to set up along here. Yeah, I feel you, Spectre. I'm probably gonna be. I might be doing both. Playing games with my family. My wife and I recently started playing Stardew Valley, and I've played it a lot. I haven't gotten like very far by myself, but I have played it like multiple times. Started multiple saves, I should say. But it's like her first time playing, and she's enjoying it. She's having the time of her life. Okay, what if what we do is we set up along here? Yeah, let's do that, actually. And we'll see what they do if they come at us or if they just stop and try to bombard us with artillery. Hey, thanks, A Cut Plays. Really appreciate it. What's your primary channel, Combat? Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Cool. Well, thanks, man. I'll have to check it out. Dude, congratulations on 1K. That's the dream, right? Hitting 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome. How long have you been on YouTube, Combat? Just curious because I started this channel, well, I've had this channel for a long time, but I started putting games on it over the summer. So I'm just kind of curious how long you've been doing the same thing. Okay. Vulgar comedy gaming, huh? Okay, let's get our light dragoons out and our hussars. And let's get everybody walking. We'll let the Freikorps hussars come towards us. You don't need to be firing. That's okay. Cool. Oh, oops. I don't know how you guys got there, but might as well use you. Let's bring our general down over here. Get these guys some support, oh, especially over here. Hey, thanks Hex to Hex, really appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun playing the game. You're right about not worrying too much about subscriber count. It's just about playing the game and having fun. They're not facing me. Let's get our French in line. Yeah, just work up some kills over there. Let's now charge in. Dude, shoot this guy that's right in front of you. Okay, you're still racking up kills. Let's chase into this unit. Good job. You don't need to be running. Hey, thanks Hex to Hex. Hope you're enjoying the content, man. Today's been I don't know when you joined, but today's been a day of ups and downs. And yes, would definitely love to get some more maps. This Charge them. Oh, these guys are possibly going to rally, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, Highland Foot, thank you. Yeah, charge them and take them out before they can rally. Nice. I don't think these guys are going to be able to make it. Take a volley. Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. Okay, charge in. These guys should break pretty quickly. I would say do it hex to hex. I think it's pretty fun. I have a lot of fun playing Master of Command. Oh, I got some buckshot. That's kind of fun. Maybe I'll slap that on the Dragoons. And this is a good treatise for our Highlanders. Let's take the money, and maybe we can outfit or expand our army a little bit more. Let's do one reroll. Legendary, yep. Very nice. And then we can sell that. Let's replenish everybody. And I will turn you into foot. You still need some time. Let's take that off and give you this pontoon. And yeah, I think, oh, I do want to give you this treatise. Here, let's take off your half-gators and give you that. And our royal recruits we can give the half-gators, so now they'll move a little bit faster when I want them to chase someone down. And lastly, I could give our dragoons this buckshot, which I think sounds fun. And we'll have to put that to good use. Okay, let's come over here real quick before I forget and buy up some units. Okay, so the Brunswickers shoot fast. Hanoverians are just like good line infantry. Oh, British battalion artillery. That I could do. Maybe I will do. There, now we've got some artillery. Let's give them that and the shoes and a bigger gun. Cool. And then our royal recruits we're going to turn into we're going to turn them into field artillery eventually. Cool. Let's sell off. Yeah, let's sell off the captured uniform. And we'll keep everything else for the moment. We'll buy up some more food. Maybe take some manpower. Okay. Anyway, this is where I'm going to stop, guys. Thanks everyone for coming and watching. I really appreciate it. Hex to Hex, it was great to meet you. I'll have to check out some of your videos, and same for you, Combat Ineffective Gaming. I mean, I know you've been around for a while, and I've seen you put out some videos, but I need to take some time to watch them. Yes, Combat. I do play on Martial difficulty as much as I can. Yeah, I do. Anyway, thanks everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy New Year, everyone.